more. And so, feisty, or with a bug up my ass, I might appear or be. But aren't all superficial looks most deceiving? Nothing is ever as we think or seem to believe or see. And it's interesting, this space I find myself in, because sometime before, had I found myself in this place of feeling that is I know yesterday I used irritable, but Jesus, yesterday I used irritable, which it could be like, it's deeper than that. But like, it makes me think about those stories or those movies of when the main character of the movie or the story finds themselves in this, what a psychologist would call midlife crisis. Or because they wake up and question life. I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what this mood is all about, but it's similar in perception. Because even right now as I drive into this place that I don't desire to be in, no matter how no matter how I may carry myself in this place, all balanced, aligned, and in place, and just, you know, playing my part that I have created, had a part in creating and choosing and deciding and finding myself here at this time, taking those dives as to seeing the connective, even just, you know, the reasons and the vibrations and creations and sensations that even created this space at this time, so it seems. And, you know, owning the choices I have made in my life, that brings me to this place, this space of occupation that, you know, we look at occupation and titles and all this stuff one way, this hierarchy of a way that is the lifestyle of today. Many careers, and within those careers, many titles, hierarchies, financial brackets due to these positionings in this earthly realm that exist that people aspire. When I say that I'm on like maybe 2 hours of sleep, I'm on 2 hours of sleep, 2-3 hours at most. Although I felt longer. But what is time anyways? I might not even post this. This might be just for me. So just get past a lot of moods you see and be expressively open to that experience myself. Heartfelt center. Alignment with me. Not getting lost in the vibration of even what it is that I may vent or find irritable. And feel. The feel in this level and stage for me is kind of more just the discovery of me of what it is I don't like and do like. And so that's just being real. And there may be a lot of like energies at play right now, and you know, biological functions within me that contribute to maybe this moodiness in me at this time. But still, where I'm at now, this is different. See, I found the alchemy in me to be able to express myself honestly and free without contributing to the vibration that gets ricocheted out into the world, because your feelings are like energizing what it is that you are expressing or saying or feeling into existence. But you see, that's because that's the superficial layer that most people see. The emotion that is being expressed that's most uncomfortable for almost everybody. Because if you see a person that is out there free, getting all emotional and expressing themselves around others, even if they have a supportive other next to them that may be a little bit more in tune and an ear and a shoulder and a comforting support that allows the person to be able to express themselves this way, because understanding intuitively that they got to get it out, let it out in that way, and you know, allow it to go. But if you look at the rest of the 99.9% of the population that is, let's say, there too, seeing this person in full blown out expression, emotion, 99.9% of that population don't know how to handle that. And each one of them are individuals you see with their own attitudes and views and perceptions and their own feelings, handle that in various ways. Like most of this world though blocks it out. Like they don't even acknowledge it, because it's too much to acknowledge, because feeling is too much for people. Like, oh my god, it's like the thing that we are, it's innate, we do no matter what, but it's the thing we avoid the most when it gets a little bit too like uncomfortable. That's not whole. Yeah, as like I said, I don't even know if I'm gonna post this, and I've never felt that way about a post before, because the whole journey for me was, girl, you need to post, get over that already, it's over. Like that time of you like procrastinating and not doing, and then hearing and feeling and resisting and shutting yourself down because of your own insecurities and fears that are unclear because you're not being honest with yourself either, or finding the value meal within you, because you're so busy looking outwards externally, at everybody else's freaking perception and opinion and shut down system. I've been told all my life, I've been given this advice. Like I said, I'm moody and emotional, guys. But I really don't have any intention to cry, like, during this video. Like, you have to understand that this is something else I've always been, when I have allowed it in my life to express myself in a way or share something that is powerfully emotional and dramatic as me can be. Look, listen, you're gonna feel whatever it is that I have to say when I am expressing in that very heartfelt, centered way, no matter what the story is, whether it's joy or not such a great fucking story, funking story. Oh God, forgive me. Yeah, God, who's God? Guys, I will be pushing buttons soon. But yeah, anyways, what was I saying? It left me right now. That sign says right there, I am living proof. Wounded Warrior Project, help me reclaim my life. Ah, the centaur, the wounded healer, healing still, always. You know what I'm saying? This journey is amazing. What the hell was I saying? I don't remember. It'll come to me, but still, like I said, I always go back. You just gotta be patient. It happens. It'll happen either in this video or another. It could happen a year from now. I'm like, oh my God, you remember that one day in the car when I was moody and I was finally like, you know, like recording it and expressing it and just like sharing it and didn't give a funk either way, because you know what, take it for whatever it is that you take it for. Opinionate however it is that you want to opinionate. Feel however it is that you feel, because your perception is not my reality. I get that now. And that is like a huge weight that is empowering. But anyways, oh, that's what I was gonna say. See what I mean? How that happens? See what I mean, jelly beans? Yeah. An advice that has always been given to me. Now I forgot the advice. Look at, you see what I mean? How this happens? You see? Because I'm documenting this new thing that is exuding for me in this life space place at this time, conscious am I. Yes. Guys, this is not easy for me. This is not something I want to do. I'd rather do this by myself, because that's how it's always been. And so private is I, because for me, that's your power line, your protection sublime of just, you know, realizing and understanding that not everybody is gonna get me, and that's okay too. You see, do I get me? That was the question missing, you know. And since a child, I've had like teachers, you know, mentors, whatever the case may be, people that, you know, was very genuine in trying to get me to give myself attention. But I couldn't see. It was nice what they said, you know? The mirror that they were trying to reflect back to me but unworthy is me in feeling. So that uncomfortable revealing, I blocked out. But I always heard it, and I always appreciated it. And it was nice to hear. But you know, the resonating of what they were saying, like I was saying yesterday, about it doesn't matter what it is that you say out loud. How you feel inside is your truth and your vibration. And that is, no matter what, your creation. And that's gonna vary for everybody. Anyway, so, you know, one of my lessons in this lifetime is finding my own balance of that give and take with people that I encounter in my world whenever I do, and whatever it is that we're meant to receive from one another at that time. And my, what would be labeled gullibility in my life, because even the awakened part of me that always been able to see intuitively that I no longer question, you see, because everything that I have known without knowing how I know, I just know. But I would let it go, because how can you say? And giving others the benefit of the doubt anyway, because I truly, and I realize this is a choice too. It'll be interesting what this seed right now is going to create for me in identifying when and that's not even the question. So anyways, I'm not going to go into that, because then I'm going to get lost and stuff like that. Well, not lost, but it's not lost. Not all those that wander are lost, you know? That I do know. To only then realize later on, oh, you fucking people. Anyways, only to later then kick myself in the ass when others prove at last the thing that I knew instantly is the very thing I receive. What I used to call the shit end of the stick by others. And then accepting it because of my own guilt of my imperfectness and funk ups in life and things that have shamed me, that stayed with me because I didn't like that too. That part, that dark, or that action or behavior or hurtful thing I may have done that created things that were not fun, or, you know, messed up, and being stuck on this theory of karmic return. I pacified. Forgiving is really, truly I. But that only came, I can see now when I want to identify and break it down, that the ability of even the forgiving of others for how they have hurt me, which allowed me to see and walk away free from that burden, because I'm not hurt by the pain you caused me anymore. For I closed that door and it's not lurking there anymore, because I forgive you. Quote, I'm grateful for that view, but what Pandora box opens up in that view when I understand the conditioning tune that was being played out too, and my own denial or my own resistance in diving into finding my own damn forgiveness for myself, instead of feeling like I deserve this kind of hell at different times, but you know, coming to the understanding of just even the root of any of my mistakes or hurts that I have created along the way. I broke it down, and I had a hard time even accepting this realization, because it sounds more like a justification for my own actions. So I had to get through that. Like, you don't do something wrong and then justify it because you found your truth in it. Like, that doesn't mean it's okay. So that, what, you're gonna free yourself from that because you see the truth of how and why you've come to this place? That doesn't mean that the hurt never took place and that you're not responsible for that way or wave and the mess you have created. No way. That, you know, I too have had my pride to go through and face and address and dissect and discover and recover, you know, and infuse these things I do. And the realization I had made and my breakdown of just even, and just, I'm speaking in this lifetime, my experiences now, that I truly break down for my own healing. And, you know, most people don't want to do the work. They want somebody to fix them. And then are not happy with that because people are disappointing. Others are disappointed. They don't fix them the way they think that they should fix them, and so they can't be fixed. Ridiculous. But anyways, yeah. What was I saying? What was I saying? Bear with me, please. There's so many things happening. I mean, it's happening. But anyways, now the Pandora's box that opens in that line of understanding for me and forgiveness of others, you see, all the things that I have forgiven over time have come from a place that, because that's what I was choosing to see it as, and then what I chose to block off allowed certain things to come into play within me too that I wasn't conscious of, but it had a ripple of positive effects as well. Because I'm going to tell you right now, me right now, which for me is something still that I'm soaking in, because I still can't believe it, you know, is the peace that truly resides within me in my life at this time. No matter the roller coaster ride, even when I don't like, there's peace inside. And I've never had that before. Because, truth be told, even though I externally projected all my life this positive, easygoing, you know, justice seeker, healer, feeler, believer, dreamer, refusing to succumb to the negativity that existed all around me, even though I was feeling it in every single way. I took action, having this mustard seed of faith that even though I couldn't see or didn't know how, why, or if it will work, but it just felt right. And it was just natural. It's natural to be that way. I'm more positive than negative, even though I have negative stuff that I gotta work through too. We're yin and yang, boo, and sometimes there's an imbalance in one of our yins and our yangs, or whatever the case may be, and, you know, we must discover and create our line. But that comes with diving in and trying to understand your shrine. If you're not trying to understand you, and you're too busy trying to understand everything else, why this, why that, and complaining and pointing and judging, that's another thing. This just came to mind, even me, in further understanding my tolerance for other people that I truly didn't like. So I just, I've never really been fake in the people that I have associated with in my life or allowed inside my life in whatever kind of way that I did, whether it's through friendship, family, interacting with people. Vibes are real, people, and I've always been in tune, whether I was conscious of it or not. And that vibe I receive, my download that I receive of this energy that I feel and know to be real, that's coming from others, you see, it's either I vibe with you or I don't. I don't associate with what don't rock with me. I don't try to, but I don't have a problem with them either. So kind am I, and nice am I, and neutral am I, because I really don't care. I just know that I have no desire to go there. And so I don't. But anyways, so like, you know how people say, oh, that's a fake friend or anything like that, or like, they so fake, look at it, like, you look at them and they're like, hi, oh my god, whatever it is, the overly dramatic depictions we can give to just put humor into this reality of how people truly are, you see. So my standoffish nature that I had to also get through, because once upon a time it appeared that what I didn't see externally was that people were very intimidated to even just speak to me because that I didn't appear friendly, which hurt me. I didn't express that, you see, because I'm like, I'm friendly, just don't know me. You're judging me because I'm reserved, you see, and don't easily welcome everybody in. Like, whatever. And I've never been one to engage in just that generic chit chatter. I'd rather be quiet. I have no desire to talk about other people, their lives, their business, my opinions of them, or I'm not even thinking about them. Anyways, through all of this kind of stuff and breakdowns, even just for me, I realized something which I had to go through too, because I questioned if that was just me justifying my own, mess ups in life as my reason to figure myself and make it alright, even if I caused pain or stress in any other kind of way. I didn't explore the justification in that kind of way. As I can see now, like, I knew that things were coming to me. My energy is like fighting off anxiety right now because I'm at that place where like the traffic is together, and so like every car is like next to you, and like I said, none of this is comfortable for me. It's new to me, but I'm fighting through, you see. Excitedly, even if I'm moody today. I truly am excited about all of this, guys. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. And I don't need to be happy, cheerful, and smiling all the time. Doesn't mean I'm not happy or that I'm even sitting here miserably. I'm really not. But I'm not in the mood. I didn't even want to like do the introduction little part, like, you know, hey, you're tuning in with Enchantress the Babbler on, you know, YouTube, whatever the case may be. That's why I didn't probably say the whole thing about, you know, oh, aka Jennifer Molina, author of I'm not in the mood. But I did it, you know, a little quarter of the way. What can I say? I can participate, guys, too. I work well with others, you know. But anyways, this discovery, even just of me justifying, you know, my awful deeds in this world, if I hurt anybody, said anything that was, you know, not nice, because I can admit, I cannot be nice. I know what it's like to not be nice at times, but I broke that down even for myself. And in all honesty, and it's not even, it's not an exaggeration, and I know that I may have in elementary school instigated or picked on a few people or triggered a few people. Trigger, that was for them. Playfully in ways that may have gotten me scolded or in trouble because, you know, that's not nice kind of thing, you know. Junior high school, the dean's office was like my second home. Wrote the code of behavior so many times, came with my own copies of my own, and just, you know, got lost in my zone and gave those copies as my own code of behaviors. Yeah, even that, because I've thought about that too. Like, I had to break that down too, like the mindset of what it was that I was doing, you know, even though it can appear a certain kind of way. And even though, like, at that time when anger resided strongly inside, I never was looking for a fight. Like, all the fights that I've had, like physical fights I've had with people, wasn't because I started with these people or did anything to these people. It was always like sent my way, and so I defend myself. So, this great defender. Shut up. Thanks, buddy. This car broke down, that's why it's like that. Okay. And then even the things when I had to break it down, the hurtful things that I have found myself saying, or the rage when my last button was pushed and then I flip out and then nobody likes me. When I shut it down, when I get that fired up, and then people are looking at me like, this? You know, and then I become the asshole or whatever. And the internal beat up I would give myself too after that, because I know better. But you know, suppression is gonna burst one day. And so those would be those full out displays, which again, dramatic in mind, people remember them for all the times, and these stories, they stay alive in people's minds. Like, remember that time, Jennifer, that you flipped the script? And you know, like, whatever. And you know, the things people like to remember. I swear I might not share this. Anyways. Yeah, so when I really broke it down and I was getting to know me, there is something quite visible that I identified quickly that is truly different than 95% of this population. And that other 5% is pure scarce, depending on your level of healing, your own energy vibrations. But yeah. And the discovery of the difference in me, even when I have funked up, you see, there are certain things that never stir in me. And I had to question that too, because I have been spiteful with words. But again, that's because of my battle with when I have been spiteful with words. I beat myself up because I know better. But then later on, the justification that comes with that for me is, yo, they pushed the button, I said stop. And then, you know, Sarky me can rip new a-holes apart, because I come here from the heart. I had to go in that too, to see and truly comprehend and understand even more deeper this advice that has been told to me by so many people throughout my lifetime. And I always resisted this information. Because I see a little bit clearer now. Why, too? Because it's truly not in my elevation. I have never, nor will I ever, desire want to or even think about. The only time I think about it is when it's brought to my attention, and because I have such a very vivid imagination that I see immediately. I always tell people too, be careful what it is that you tell me, because just understand that I see it. What you telling me right now, I see it. Like right now I'm there. Especially if your expression is coming from here. Trust me, I understand what it is that you see. That's why when I started to not like even watch TV or like I haven't watched TV in years or shows, and like close that door of distraction. Simple action that surprised the hell out of me of how easy it was to remove. The advice given to me, I'm telling you, like even my teachers, when they used to sit with me, they used to say, not everyone's like you. You gotta understand that. It's hard to understand that. I admit that. I've never thought about even people that I didn't like, and people that weren't even nice to me or good to me. Even my grandmother, who for me was the most difficult person to love and accept in my life, especially when I was young. I was more hurt by what I felt I received from her. And even when she caused rage within me to say not nice things, I never wished harm, wanted harm, thought about harm.